Hey! We good? Yep. How's it going? Sorry guys, a little late here, but we're just got a full kitchen. Got sweet potatoes steaming up, some broccoli. I'm not a fan of oatmeal, but I wanted to provide some good, healthy breakfast alternatives for growing children and athletes, whatever it may be. I think we can all agree, whether it's vegan, vegetarian, paleo, I think growing up, the most important thing, we just want whole foods, not processed foods, devoid of chemicals, synthetic ingredients, artificial flavors, mitigating sugar intake, and that's what this is all about. When I was growing up, I had what did I have? I just had the same thing every morning. Is it ectomorph? Is that the term? When I was really skinny my entire life. So I did my best to get as much into the tank as possible when I was growing up. I think I had hot chocolate. And granted, I mean, this is just what I did. This is not great, not optimal by any means. But I was just trying to add a peanut butter and jelly sandwich, and it was great, and started my morning off. But now I want to take that to another level and optimize as children, teenagers, grade school, whatever it may be. I want to just explain the importance of whole foods, preferably organic. But I brought a few different alternatives, things that I normally don't buy. But there are a lot of families out there, and this is all about just doing my best to educate and just provide healthier alternatives and mitigating sugar. That's the biggest thing. I think the most important thing these days is just realizing what's on the side of Odwalla juices, Whole Foods juices. I mean, and I bought some examples to show you just how bad it's getting. So as the sweet potatoes and broccoli steam up, I have just little recipes. And feel free to ask any questions. We have the team here beside me, so he's just going to read them off to me. And so I'd like to just go through some healthier ideas for breakfast, snacks, post-workout recovery, shakes, things like that, and just providing like a better eat this and not that type of scenario, kind of like what they do in Men's Health magazine. So I'm going to get this on right now. I normally don't eat oatmeal. A lot of people go back and forth on oatmeal and the benefits of oatmeal and if it's good for you. And hey Frank, what's up, buddy? Likewise, right back at you. So I'm kind of adjusting a little bit because I don't even eat breakfast anymore. But I mean, okay, let's just focus on the kids right now and what they would eat. So rather than myself. So right here, what we have is a raw almond butter from Whole Foods, right? And so you can get this. Trader Joe's has a decent one. The point here is to focus more on good fats in the morning to just help. I mean, they're going through, the hormones are racing. Kids are, they're growing just at such a rapid pace, and so the importance is to be conscious of the nutrients in the foods that you're eating. So everything, maximizing the nutrient intake in every meal that you consume. Now, granted, kids are going to be kids. And so, I mean, there's that too. But just if you explain to them the importance, and maybe I grew up, there we go, I grew up wanting to emulate, can you pass me that, excuse me. Okay, so I grew up wanting to emulate, guys like Alex Rodriguez and Michael Jordan. And you saw like the certain things that they would eat, I would try to emulate and make and things like that. But so like maybe show your kids and friends of their friends just what superstar athletes or someone, like a body. Remember those Got Milk commercials where like obviously dairy isn't something that I would really I would consider going non-dairy right now, like something like a coconut milk. But remember those Got Milk commercials? It forced me, didn't force me, but I was like, man, I want to look like that or something like that. If they want to grow into their bodies properly, they have to consume the proper nutrients to do that. And so, like right here, we have a gluten-free oatmeal. You can get this at Trader Joe's or Whole Foods, and you just boil water. And now this is something that I don't normally do, but you can add fruit to this, little almond butter, and just cover it up, let it sit for 3 minutes. I'm trying to get something that's just easy, quick in the morning, that is effective, and it's very simple ingredients. This is all natural, flaxseed, oats, and then this is one ingredient, almonds, and it's an almond butter. So we're going to let that sit, and then I like to add, personally I would add organic blueberries right here. So just something, you mix it up. You can add stevia. We have stevia right here. This is organic stevia from Whole Foods. Trader Joe's sells it too. And a little goes a long way with that if you want to use a form of xylitol. That's another non-artificial sweetener. It's just from a tree. That's from this is from a leaf. Birch tree xylitol is from obviously a tree, and it doesn't spike your glycemic index at all. There's no sugar at all, and it's a very good alternative to sugar, which I'll show you here in a second. Which is such a, I'm letting that oatmeal sit, and I think it's like a few minutes. You add a couple scoops of almond butter. That way you have really good, carbohydrates. They need the complex carbohydrates to feed themselves in the morning to provide energy, along with the good fats that the almond butter is going to provide, and a little bit of taste and polyphenol content from the blueberries. I mean, you can use raspberries, just really good natural sugars from things like raspberries, cherries, whatever it may be. If you really want to step it up, maybe add a little bit of, I like collagen protein. So as a teenager or kid growing up, you want to really focus on connective tissue, ligaments, bone density, things like that to really help shape the way you grow into that body. And whether it being an athlete or not, I know I had really weak elbow ligaments, and I had a tennis elbow, tendonitis, really early on. So what I would do is just I would eat a lot of gelatin back in the day. I think it was Knox gelatin or Jello gelatin, but it was just that's loaded with sugar. So the best alternative would be to consume something like this, the collard gelatin from Bulletproof. It has good. It doesn't really taste like. One second. It doesn't really taste like too much. It just adds a little bit of consistency to the oatmeal. And then with the almond butter and then the berries and then a little bit of stevia, you can make this thing taste amazing. That was my go-to snack here for years when I was just moving into my first place down here in LA. I would just get that little Trader Joe's. The big thing though, the Trader Joe's instant oatmeal, but you got to watch out for those because a lot of them have a lot of sugar. So what I did here, and can you pass me a fork, please? So what I did is just I would get the non-sweetened oatmeal and then go from there. Thank you. And so I'm just gonna mash this. And hope you guys had a nice Labor Day weekend. And how was that? It's a little. It's been a while. Yeah, I haven't made oatmeal in a while. I was just trying to provide as many different breakfast options for you guys as possible. So we're gonna, while that sits. No, I'm going to wait for that for a little bit. Do you have any questions?
Yeah. What are your suggestions for best lunch on the go, directly from school and directly to travel ball or traveling away game?
Okay. So like lunch snacks, you said?
Yeah.
So that right here, just quick, if you can do it, you got to get the kids involved. I know how they can be a little standoffish to things like cold smoked sockeye salmon, right? Or I know sardines sound terrible to a lot of people, but the thing is, these two options right here are available at Ralph's on the West Coast. That's like a Safeway chain, Vaughn's. I don't know, but they're everywhere. And then that's Wild Planet sardines. So if you mash those up with, say, guacamole or avocado and a little bit of some greens, and you just made a little quick mash. These are already pre-made, and it's just as nutrient dense as it gets. Celery, amazing. You can kind of scoop. You can make a little mash with it, and then scoop it out with one of these right here. I mean, God. I mean, if you get them to crave vegetables like this, I mean, they are just. And find an athlete out there, someone out there that just explains the importance of eating well and working out and like and replenishing lost nutrients and minerals throughout the day, and just like a big, strong athlete or something like that. I guarantee if they're an athlete or not, well, if they're an athlete, they're probably going to respond to that more than a non-athlete. But yeah, you get the point. But I would definitely make a mash. That's what I call it. Super convenient, under $5, and you just use a little fork to mash it up. Taste. You hit how you'd like. You hit every different sensation, whether it's spicy, savory, a little salty in there too, sweet if you want to. But yeah, that would be my go-to for like a quick snack on the way to a game. But that's, there are many different options, but I would stay away from like the cold cuts and the cold cuts that are loaded with preservatives and nitrates and things like that sit on the shelves. They're already cut. I want something that doesn't have any of those preservatives and those harsh nitrates that really disrupt the system and are highly inflammatory and counterproductive in the whole grand scheme of nutrition and wellness. So I would focus on that. So let's see how this oatmeal is doing. All right. Well, it's been a while, but it's not too bad. So I'm going to show you guys here. But Torty, you're going to be my guinea pig.
Oh, God.
Well, because I have a feeling it's going to taste okay. But,
Got another question here.
Yeah, what's that?
How many grams of protein do you normally consume daily?
Let's see. I would say it's right around 100 to 125 for me. But I don't. I'll have a scoop of collagen protein in the morning in my coffee, so that's 12 or 24 divided by, that's 12. A big lunch, which is usually around 40. So that's 52, and then somewhere around dinner, before I go work out or whatever, that's another 30, so 52, 30, 82, and then after I work out, another 2 scoops, 24, 82, so 106. So yeah, right around 106 to 120. See if I have a little snack after that. Yeah, but I don't really overdo it. The more and more I find out about protein and the importance of good fats and vegetables, that's what I'm focused on. I eat so many vegetables. That's where I'm focused at right now. The whole idea of undigested protein being metabolized as sugar. Have you guys heard that? Have you heard that?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've heard that, and I don't want to stress out the digestive tract. I don't want to stress out my and put my stomach acids through too much work. Through digesting the proteins. So I really try. That's a big thing right there. Is I try to. I try to make my protein. I try to switch them up. I don't do too much animal protein, flesh protein. Well, if I do, just in the same day. If I do, I'll switch it up and do eggs, a little softer protein at night, or say that collagen protein right here as well in my shakes, which I'll make for you guys as well. And so here's what we have. You guys see that? This is a little bowl. It's a little difficult. My stand broke on me, so we're leaning this up right now against the wall. And then stevia. We'll just do a couple of these, and maybe a little Ceylon cinnamon. There we go. You like cinnamon? All right. So this is really good stuff right here. Cinnamon, good for a little inflammation. Taste-wise, it'll help out as well. And also, you can buy really good flavored liquid stevia at Whole Foods as well. My favorite is they have English toffee, they have chocolate, they have vanilla, plain, but it's just the whole point. There's a couple drops, and I really think that's a big thing here. Is if you get your children to enjoy something without getting the harsh sugar.
What kind of berries are those?
These are blueberries. Blueberry. I would say, in my opinion, if you're gonna get add something to that. See, that looks good. I'm gonna crush this after you take a bite. I would say blueberries, raspberries, cherries. That's it. I would stick between those if you can. Look at that. Granted, it's been a while, but it doesn't look that good. I'm telling you, I can't really see it. Here, try this and be honest.
Appreciate it,
Yeah.
Another question here for you. Best food or drink concoction for avoiding winter colds?
I gotta see if he likes it. How is it?
Good.
It's good?
It's great.
Yeah? Here, can I get a bite? We're brothers, man. Why not? Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
That's legit. That was a little bit of a Hail Mary, because that could have gone very badly. But, yeah. Super cheap. Very minimal ingredients. You got sea salt, flaxseed, rolled oats, and chia seed. Boil up some water. Cover it, or pour it over, cover it. 3 minutes, you're good. I added blueberries. Raw almond butter. I mean, that's the thing, is just getting your children on whole food. I mean, getting everyone on whole food, not whole foods, not processed foods. That's the most important thing. So as far as we're going to get on to the other question, as far as a little concoction I would make for eliminating winter colds. Is that what it was? Avoiding. All right. Well, if you can, here, can you hand me that grater and that right there?
Yep.
That's a top shelf. That's actually pretty good. You can finish that if you want. Actually, no, let's keep it. Okay, so if you can get one of these on Amazon, okay? And then the whole point here is to grate ginger, burdock, turmeric, and then boil water, add a little apple cider vinegar to it, Himalayan salt, and then steep it. Let it sit. Grate, I would say like a 3-inch little piece of ginger and turmeric. Add a little black pepper to it for absorption. Black pepper helps turmeric, the absorption of turmeric for some reason. So I would do that along with a little lemon juice, apple cider vinegar, and then on a low heat, just let all the ingredients kind of just just work with each other. And then I would do that if you feel something coming on. Oh, and then this right here. I would add oregano oil and olive leaf, just as like a preventative measure. And I would, that's what I would do. If you feel anything coming on, or if I ever feel anything coming on, I know exactly what I'm going to do. And then I would, if you have any saunas in your area, infrared saunas are huge, just for sweating that out. And then getting that, I would just stay on top of that. Stay super hydrated, and just try to sweat out what you have inside you and the impurities and things like that. So yeah, ginger, turmeric, lemon juice, black pepper, apple cider vinegar, water, a little, but grate it. That fresh ginger and that fresh turmeric with this right here, huge. I think you can get it off Amazon. Just a little grater, but grate it fresh. It's much more effective, much more fresh and rich than the powder. So I would go that route. So let's get into our second recipe. So the first one is oatmeal. I want to just show some better, healthier alternatives to, say, cereal, or a lot of those a brand Kashi, right? That's one of them. Yeah. There's just so much sugar. This is the reason why I keep talking about sugar. This is just, and believe me, I'm taking these back. But I wanted, you go into the refrigerated section, you see, oh, cool, yeah, Whole Foods, green juice. Yeah, fist pump, looks great. On the back, 48 grams of sugar. And this is 16 ounces? 16 ounces, 48 grams of sugar in this. That's so bad. Just think of, okay. I'm just trying to, see this big pill right here? It's a big pill of coenzyme Q10. That's 500 milligrams. So imagine a pill twice that size, and then taking 48 of those, opening up, and putting it in a 16-ounce bottle. So 48 1,000 milligram pills. 1,000 milligrams is 1 gram, and so that's 48 grams of sugar. So opening up 48 of those and putting them into water and then shaking it up, and that's what you have. Oh, this is even worse. Naked juice. What's this? Mighty Mango. Looks great packaging. You think you're doing something good for your body, and then you look in the back. 68 carbohydrates in one bottle. 57 grams of sugar, which That's obviously 9 more than the Whole Foods brand, but man, really, if you get anything from this video, just please, the takeaway would be just to really focus on, this is even worse. They added beta carotene to make it seem like it's more nutrient dense than vitamin A. Beta carotene is a form of vitamin A. They added natural flavors, which is a government recognized term for monosodium glutamate, which tricks your brain to tell you you're still hungry. You know, natural flavors. It looks right. Oh, natural flavors. Nobody who knows, and I go, oh, looks healthy to me. Natural flavors is a government. It's a term approved, I think, by the FDA. US. I forget by who, but yeah, probably by FDA. As monosodium glutamate. I mean, that's just so. It's a chemical that tells your brain that you're like that you want more and more and more, and you're going to keep drinking it. And it's like telling you that you like it, but you're just consuming 57 grams of sugar. I just know there are kids out there that are probably drinking those every day. I mean, that's easily more sugar that I take in, and I'm 6'3", 200 pounds, and that's like more than I take in definitely a week, 2 weeks maybe, 2-3 weeks, 2-3 weeks, and that's there are kids out there doing that, drinking that every day. Here's another one. Okay, a little 5-ounce container of non-fat vanilla organic yogurt. 15 grams of sugar. First off, you're getting pasteurized organic non-fat milk, so you're not getting the good fats. Second ingredient, organic cane sugar. Pectin, I mean, it's just, and you're getting the cultures. I would say as an alternative to this, there's some really good coconut yogurts out there. There's one called Koyo, C-O-Y-O, Koyo, and it's just coconut cream. It's not even sweetened at all. And it tastes great. You can add fruit to it and add your berries, and so you get it's full fat too. So it's non-fat. That's the biggest misconception I think is really introducing those good fats at the most important time to do so in the morning. And so really just focus on that. That's why I really believe that I think the fat, these good full fat things like this coconut milk right here, 12 times 6, so that's 72 grams of fat. I wouldn't take out this whole thing, but if I was maybe a third of this, it's a good way to start the day. Make a nice smoothie with the collagen protein and some berries, something like that. That you need those good fats, so your body doesn't burn through your own. And especially at that age where their metabolism is just an inferno, you really want to put good stuff in there. So stay away from these right here. So 57 plus 48, that's 105 grams of sugar in these two little guys right here. That's unbelievable. That's ridiculous. I hope I have my receipt for that. But anyway, so yeah, we're going to get into just another quick thing. I love eggs. I really feel like good pastured eggs are a superfood. And they cook up. If you can find a way to get them to crave like over easy, so the yolk's still intact, really good, loaded with good fats, loaded with good minerals in these eggs, right? So what's the brand I use? Okay. So, and these are everywhere now. They're Vital Farms. You see that? Vital Farms pastured eggs. And over easy. So the yolks are still intact. And I really believe that's where all the nutrition is. And then maybe get them on a good gluten-free bread or something. Am I still there? Yeah. Maybe get them on a good gluten-free bread to make an egg sandwich with maybe poach some or steam up some spinach. I have some good broccoli and sweet potatoes right here. I love the broccoli sweet potato combo. Super nutrient dense, vitamin C, vitamin A, beta carotene, hyaluronic acid in the sweet potato, zinc. And but I mean, that's just a powerhouse. You can blend that up. You can make it taste so good. The most important thing, I think, is explaining the importance of vegetables. And then just that's the way to get your body to stay and the muscles to stay. It's not about the protein. I think it's all about the nutrients and the combination of fats along with a good amount of protein, but not overdoing it with the protein. That's a big misconception, I think, right here these days. Who?
Your mom says hi.
Oh, hey, Mom. Let's see. I hope that doesn't shut off. So what I like to do, we'll just do 2 right here. So 2 eggs, and you can spice it up however you want. Just crack them right in the. I use a cast iron. Oh, another tip I like to talk about is I use a cast iron pan, and I think for the longest time I was using, you know, the Teflon pan or the non-stick. I think it's non-stick because of the, you know, the chemicals they're adding, so it's not. I have a hard time with that baking into my, or with cooking that into my food every meal, and so I just use a cast iron pan, and it lasts forever. And then I use one of these things that it just cooks it right off. I mean, I have no problem with eggs or anything else, or cleans it right off. Excuse me. So that's just a little tip. And once these eggs get done cooking, I mean, it's all about getting as many nutrients in the body as possible in the morning, and just being quick. I know you're all on the go, and that's completely understandable, as my mom was too. And so we just had to get something quick in the tank. My mom would make little egg sandwiches and things like that. If you can find a nice gluten-free bread, there's some really good coconut flour breads out there. Just good, get some eggs right there. Maybe toast or put a little grass-fed butter. Get the coconut flour bread on each side. Put a little, maybe some hot sauce or steam up some spinach and get them to crave that. I mean, if you can, and just you get them craving the healthy food, they won't switch, and it's just gonna be good, satiated energy to last them all throughout the morning. You're not gonna be tricking. I mean, I really feel like sugar is extremely dangerous. I really feel like that amount of sugar, you get these big sweet yogurts and these cereals loaded with sugar. The first thing in the morning, it's 7:30 in the morning. I think it disrupts the endocrine levels and the adrenals and the hormones. I really, I'm not a doctor, and this is just what I believe, and I'm happy to, if anybody has any better tips, or by all means, feel free to add them at the bottom, because I just want to provide a nice, healthier alternative to all the sugar-laced, processed, toxic foods out there that are loaded with artificial colors and artificial flavors, and like we mentioned with the natural flavors, that's just an ingredient that does not need to be in there, and it's wrong, and it's in so much of our food these days. So I think I saw something where a friend of mine explained bone density. So here's something, if you can get them to maybe do to like soups, this bone broth right here is great. So say you get a Dutch oven pot and steam up these vegetables, and it's maybe a little Himalayan salt, garlic powder. It's so convenient. This right here, there's already protein in this, and this is going to help with a good amount of. It's so mineral dense, rich in minerals, and I think that's the most important thing you can get in your body, along with good fats at that age, is just building their bones and just getting that connective tissue, and getting their body to grow in properly. It's so important to get those good minerals in the system. And another thing I want to touch on is mineral water. Speaking of minerals, so I love Gerolsteiner, and the reason why I love Gerolsteiner is the mineral profile from it's mineral water. How many times can I say mineral? Oh man, long day. Bear with me, guys. So we have a lot. I mean, look at this complex right here: magnesium, calcium, sodium bicarbonate, sodium chloride, potassium sulfate. This is all 2,500 total dissolved solids in this. That is essentially, I supplement with full spectrum minerals, right? Because say if I sweat it out, I want to replace the lost minerals that I just sweated out. Because that's the thing, is when you sweat out your toxins and your impurities, but you also sweat out your good minerals as well. So I drink a lot of this, the mineral water, Gerolsteiner. They have it at Trader Joe's, and they also have it at Whole Foods, Ralph's. And then Pellegrino's great too. I would stay away from Perrier and Arrowhead. Anything in plastic. I would stay focused on glass bottles, so that plastic doesn't seep into your water. And let's see here. We're going to make another quick little, now I really hope this tastes as good to them. I crave this, but I just remember myself when I was 12 to 13 years old. There's no way. Well, maybe, I don't know. I just know it tastes great to me right now. But then again, I don't know. I'm a little different. But while that's cooking up, I bought this Cliff Bar. I think another good thing here is to figure out what good healthy snacks kids can eat in between games, in between classes, lunch, whatever it is, daycare. So this right here is Cliff Bar. This is an example of what not to eat, in my opinion. 1 bar, 20 grams of sugar. But here's the deal, though. It's like the first ingredient, soy protein isolate. So that's a soy-derived protein compound. That's probably where they get all. That's the cheapest form of protein. I know that for a fact. And to put in, I wish they would have gone grass-fed whey, but they're, I don't want to diss Cliff Bar. Well, I guess I already am technically. So the second ingredient is beet syrup. Third ingredient, organic brown rice syrup. Fourth ingredient, organic dried cane syrup. Fifth ingredient, palm kernel oil. Those are the first 5 ingredients right there. I didn't even see those last 3 when I picked it up. I just thought I'd bring it up because the second ingredient was beet syrup. The third one was brown rice syrup. That's got to be one of the worst 5 ingredients I've read in a long time. So point is, I would not eat. And Cliff Bars, everybody thinks it's so healthy. It's pay attention to your labels. Just really start to read your labels and just do your research on your ingredients. There's a lot of information out there. I'm not an expert. I'm really just fascinated with labels, and I ask a lot of questions, and in asking a lot of questions, you just learn. You learn on the go. So I would I don't work for Bulletproof. I just trust their products, and they're great. They're extremely transparent. They go to a next level of sourcing, which I really respect. And so they have collagen bites. Lemon, cookie, orange cream, chocolate, vanilla. They're amazing. And it's just the way it should be. It's like 5 ingredients. Good MCT oil, cashew butter, xylitol, little vanilla powder. It's amazing. I can't buy them because I go through, and they taste amazing. I can't buy them because I'll go through a whole box in maybe 2 days. And that's obviously counterproductive to health. So I don't buy them. But I buy them every now and then. But yeah. So here we go, but can you give me a spoon? Just to show, oh, that's hot. Just to show the eggs, but in a cast iron pan, right? So look how easily these come off. Well, okay, I butchered that one. Yeah, okay, definitely butchered that. What I'm going to do is... okay. But the thing is, and that's somewhat clean, right? It washes right off. So that's a big fear that a lot of people have with cast iron pans, is that it's very hard to clean, which I agree with, but just get one of those wire cleaning, like you can get this off Amazon, $2. And you don't have to worry about that anymore.
How do you use that?
How do I use it? You just scrape it around the pan. Oh. That's going to be gone in a second. And then can you get me a spoon? So right here we have our steamed vegetables. The thing is, I'm trying to keep it as convenient as possible. Just a spoon. Thanks. And then I'm trying to keep it as convenient as possible. So you can just steam these up. Macy's has steamers for $20. They'll last forever. And then so you can have this already making if your child craves this. But I think they'll crave it, he or she will crave it if they just like guacamole or hot sauce, something like that. This is just another go-to meal that I love and I crave, and you really hit on every taste bud level. See right here, this good guacamole. Look at that, amazing. See? Amazing. You guys see that? Try to plate it properly, but you get the point. And then you can add a little olive oil to it, a little salt, hot sauce if you'd like. But that's, I mean, God, the fats satiate you for such a long time. The good vitamin A, C content, beta carotene, obviously vitamin A, and zinc. I mean, these guys, they're just going to be good. And you know, it's so that's a good way to either, you know, get a good snack at the end of the day. You know, when they get back from school, a good breakfast alternative with the oats right here. Oats, oatmeal, and now let's get the shake going. I hope my phone doesn't die. Here we go. Okay. Just a normal Black & Decker glass. I like glass for my blenders. I like glass with everything. I would stay away from plastic if you could. Yeah, those at Target for, you know, $29. So what I'll do right here, so say if you're getting back from a game or just finished a workout, or, you know, if you just an active, you know, or jog or whatever, I'll do half a can of this coconut milk. Keep their frozen cherries in there, in the freezer. And then this back to the bulletproof protein. I love this. It's grass-fed collagen protein. I'll do 2 scoops today. Right here. Organic dark sweet cherries. See, post-workout, I don't mind a little sugar. And like before you go to bed, it's going to knock you out. Or not knock you out, but cherries especially have a calming property to them. Just like that. See that? If you want, you can add stevia to maybe one little. This stevia, a little goes a long way.
What brand is that? What brand is that stevia?
This is Whole Foods 365 brand, but Sweet Leaf is another brand you can get off of Amazon as well. I hope you're hungry. Is Rex still here? Rex. Nice. All right. And so yeah, it's.
I'm hungry.
It's got the team here. So this is it right here. I mean, it's just very simple. You're not getting the processed protein powders from these big brands that spend a ton of money on full page ads and endorsements and things like that. And rather you're getting it's just top-notch absorbable food and protein and fats in your system that your body I feel it hitting every muscle group that I just worked out, whether I just went on a run, did some sprints or worked out. I just feel it doesn't make my belly button is very close to my spine. It's just it doesn't disrupt me personally. I know everybody's different, but it works well for me. Sorry about the noise. Feeling it's going to be good. Torty, want an honest opinion?
Okay, here we go. Thank you.
You're welcome.
It's good. Yeah.
It's good? Oh, okay. Is it okay or is it legit?
It's legit.
It's legit? Okay.
Yeah, it's not.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's the thing. You're getting really good fats, and you don't need to use coconut milk. They have almond milk too. You can add a little avocado in there to get some texture and some good fats as well. So we have to, and then another thing, these, we're all on the go, but the thing right here is that I love, when we're talking nutrient density, the vitamin A, K, C, all those right here. Say one little, like a 3-cup serving. There are 5 of those in this container right here. Per serving, 120% daily value of vitamin A. 470% of your vitamin K. That's the green, that gives it the green pigment right here. The thing is, you're just getting good. I just gotta get kids to crave vegetables from top to bottom, whether it's kale, whether it's broccoli, sweet potatoes. The good fats. And one of my coaches, Doug Williams, at CSM just stress the importance of eating whole foods and not processed foods. And that's so true, staying away and knowing your ingredients. And, just because it's from Whole Foods, it's not, great for you. There's a lot of, just really dissect your labels, become extremely aware of what you're putting into and onto your body. And yeah, I hope you guys were able to get something out of this. And yeah, just to summarize, I pretty much just did. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. Wish you were here to help eat some of this because it's actually good. But that's the thing is you can make just get them into cooking. Maybe one day a week. Get them to just get passionate with a meal that they love. My first meal was what? Angel hair pasta, butter, red pepper flakes, and diced up ham. But I made that as often. I loved it. It was super easy. But yeah, get them to love this. And just another big thing. Just cook. I love grass-fed butter. Love cooking with grass-fed butter. And, yeah, I don't want to go, but I guess we have to. All right. Well, if you have any questions, we're going to clean up here. But feel free to ask any questions. And I hope this was beneficial to you guys. Hope you got something out of it. I really care. I love this stuff. So, yeah. All right. Have a good rest of your day, evening. All right. See you.